Good day everyone. Welcome back to the Azure Databricks series. In today's video, I'll be showing you a step-by-step process on how to secure the internal virtual machine disk created by Databricks using customer managed key, that is your CMK. Now, why is this important? Well, most audit requirements prefer customer managed keys over Microsoft managed keys or the platform's managed key when it comes to disk encryption. This not only enhances the security of your Databricks deployment, but also helps avoid any potential audit failures. Now, as soon as you deploy a Databricks workspace and then you configure compute, in my case, I have this compute here, and it is a single node cluster here. Yeah. As soon as you start this cluster, yeah. As soon as you start this cluster, what happens is like once the cluster comes online, what happens is like you will see a virtual machine created as per your configuration. So in my case, I have a single node. That means like both your driver and worker will be a same machine. Yeah, but if you have a multi-node and then whatever configuration that you have provided, depending upon that, you will have that many VMs created on the managed resource group. Yeah, so right now it's a single node, so I will have only one VM that basically works as both my worker as well as the driver. Now if I go to my managed resource group, yeah, and then let's click on refresh here. We will see a virtual machine created. Yeah, now if I click on that virtual machine, yep, and then go to the disks here, yeah, you see that you have an operating system disk and then a data disk. Yeah. Now, if you look at the encryption for each of these disks, for the operating system as well as the data disk, you're able to see that the encryption is set to SSE with PMK, which basically tells like it's a platform's managed key. Yeah. So now what we need to do is like we need to change this encryption type from PMK to CMK, but there is a catch to it. You can change only that is from PMK to CMK only for the data disk. You won't be able to do it for the operating system disk. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. For example, if you get a audit failure stating like some of the virtual machine disks are not encrypted using CMK, you will have to very clearly tell that the operating system disk, as far as the Azure Databricks VMs are concerned, will not be encrypted using CMK because you won't be able to do that. It can be done only for the data disks. Yeah, as on October 2024. The operating system disk for the VMs that are created as part of your Databricks workspace cannot be encrypted using CMK. It is just the data disk that you will be able to encrypt using the CMK, that is your customer managed key. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to set up encryption for your Databricks environment and ensure compliance with industry standards. If you're serious about securing your data, you are in the right place. Let's head to our Databricks workspace here, and then let's click on encryption. Yeah, and then what we'll do is like we will click on this manage disks option here. Yeah, and then what we'll do is like let's head to the Azure Key Vault. Yeah. So we have this Azure Key Vault. This is the one that I'm going to use. Let's head to the keys here. Yeah. And then click on the key that I'm going to use. And let's copy this key identifier. And then let's go back to our encryption tab for this Azure Databricks service. And then let's paste that here. Yep. And then let's click on save. Before that, if you want to enable auto rotation of the key, in my case, I'm going to do that. You can check that in. Okay. And then let's click on save. So it's going to take some time. Let's click on notifications here. Okay, it's currently updating. So let's wait for it to complete and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so now if you see here, it basically failed. The error is unable to perform update operation for the workspace. Yeah, it basically tells like workspace update is not allowed when clusters are active. Please terminate all clusters before proceeding with the workspace update. So it is very clear. This is not an online operation. So you basically have to stop the cluster. Yeah. And once the cluster is down, that is when you will be able to do it. So now my cluster is down. So now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to execute it one more time. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to another tab and then come back to encryption. Let's click on manage disk one more time. Let's paste it here, then enable auto rotation of key and then click on save. Let's see what happens this time. I've stopped the cluster here. Yeah. And we have started uh, utilizing the key here. Let's see what happens this time. Okay, so it is successfully updated now. So the managed disk is also encrypted with your customer managed key. Yeah. So now what we'll do is like we will start the cluster. Yeah, and then we will have a look on the VM disk as far as the OS disk and data disk is concerned, and then we will see like if what kind of encryption we are seeing there. Okay, so after we enable the encryption, yeah. So now if you see here, we have enabled this encryption for the managers. What I'm seeing is like when I try starting the cluster, it basically failed. Yeah. So the error that I'm seeing is like unable to access key vault resource. Yeah. Um, to enable encryption address, please grant get wrap and unwrap key permission to disk encryption set. This one. So it basically tells like for the disk encryption set, we need to provide access on the key vault. Yeah. So let's go to the key vault. Yeah. Go to the access control IAM. Yeah. And then let's click on add role assignment. Let's search for key vault service encryption user. Yep. And then let's click on next and click on select members. And then let's search for our disk encryption set. So as per our error message, I'm able to see that. So let's click on it and then select it. Yep. And then let's add it. Let's wait for it to complete. This is added now. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start it now and then see if it is going to come online. So it is currently starting now. Let's give it a couple of more minutes. It is still starting, so let's give it some more time. I will pause the video and then I will resume it once it comes online or errors out again. Okay, so it started now, if you can see here. So after we added uh, disk encryption set onto the key vault and we provided the permission, we don't have that issue anymore. Yeah, let's head back to our manage resource group. Yeah, and then let's look at the virtual machine there. So we have the virtual machine here. Yeah, let's click on that and then let's go to the disks here. And if you see here, as updated earlier, the OS disk has got still PMK, SSE with PMK as updated earlier. You can't change this. But as far as the data disk is concerned, it is no longer PMK. It is SSE with CMK. Yeah, so that is what we are seeing right now. Yep, if you see here, we have the auto key rotation also enabled. Yeah, and the encryption type is customer managed key. Yep. Make sure to hit that like button if you find this helpful. And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth contents on Databricks, Azure and beyond. That's it for this video. Have a great day. Jai Hind.